got around that guy. I don't know what they're looking for something. I don't know what they're looking for, but they don't look like contractors. Anyway, I'm on Jenks Lake Road East. I just turned off Highway 38. I wonder if they're deer hunters. I don't think you're supposed to be in there if they're just deer hunting. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's deer season. I believe it's bow season right now. There's Camp Chinook right here. Conrad Chinook. That may be what they're doing, the road hunting. But evidently the store hung up more east of here, or west, I'm sorry, west of here. Up here by Camp de Benneville. Now this guy's accelerating. Now he's coming up. It's like, come on, guy. The road up here, the Barton Creek, the West and East Fork, blew a lot of boulders down. Barton Road that makes it right up here by Camp de Benneville, it was just full of rocks. They've cleared all that out. And here's Alpine Meadows. I don't know if you can even get in there on Barton Road. That looked like it was going to take a while to clear all that out. I'd almost bet those guys are deer hunters. Because what they do, they don't want you to pass them because they want to get first shot. I've had guys block me off before. 400 Liggett. You go into the areas in the dark. And sometimes you got a 20-minute ride to get in. And these guys will sit on the gate and they won't let you go by. Because they want first crack. Even though you're going 30 minutes past where they're at, they don't want you blowing the pigs out. I got a feeling that's what those guys are doing. But now he's right on my tail. But anyway, I cleaned my windshield. Yeah, first time in a year or two. It's quiet up here. Oh, I saw some about the San Gorgonio Wilderness permits. They're issuing permits. You can't come in up here, but you can go in over at Mommier Trailhead. I believe they're going to open up Vivian Creek. Vivian Creek was closed while they were doing some storm damage assessment. And you can get up to Angeles Oaks, so you can go up San Bernardino Peak there. But Hart Bar, I went by Hart Bar coming in. I spent the night in Big Bear. I went by Hart Bar and took a look around. Hart Bar's still closed. God, what's it been, like 2 years? Wait, that hurricane was longer than that. 2-3 years? But they haven't done anything. That bridge right there at the gate needs to be repaired, but I would think they'd have something moving by now, because you got the equestrian campground back there, you got a regular campground, you got Fish Creek Trail up to the summit, San Gorgonio Summit. There's the chucklehead behind me. I wanted to stop here and look at Frog Creek. This guy suddenly decides he's gonna roll. Wanted to see how these creeks were doing. That creek's got a little trickle. That creek's not Frog Creek. That's another creek that they feed Jenks Lake down here. I guess Jenks got real low again. I haven't been down with it yet this year. My knee's gotten bad. Oh, we're not very far, and it wears me out. Right here's Frog Creek. Where this turnout is here. Let's see if I can look down. I can't see the. Yeah, it's got a little trickle in it. I'm gonna get out of this guy's way. This guy. If he slows down again, it's just like. Just go around, guy. They're deer hunting. I don't think they're supposed to be in here. He's got camo on. It's a closed area, so road hunters. Now he's gonna go real slow. You can see a little gravel came over right here. Yeah, I knew you'd do this shit. He thinks I'm deer hunting. That's what he's doing. He's playing leapfrog. I should tell him I'm not a deer hunter. He wants to be in front, so if they see a deer, they can jump out and shoot it. That's what I thought the game he was playing. I'll have to ask. I don't think they're supposed to be in here deer hunting. Because I had a friend, I drew a D14 tag, and another buddy drew a tag, and he was moaning that, you know, he can't come up here and hunt. Yeah, he's on my tail now again. He's trying to get back in front. That's the little game he's playing. I should slam on the brakes and jump out. They would have a cow. They might put an arrow in me. Yeah, that's the other thing. Jenks Lake is closed. That's what. The gate's open there, though. Huh. Probably because they're working. They may be working in there. But yeah, Jenks is closed. And I talked to Bob at Barton Flats Campground. They're closed. They're camping there. He said they're staying. They were going to go on vacation, but something happened. He said it's kind of nice that, you know, there's no traffic, but they don't get paid, I guess. So, unpaid vacation, I guess, or unpaid. He said the last 4 years they've had, which is true. We should, yeah. This is I think this is the East Fork of Barton Creek right there. That always has water. This is where it blew out up here. That's East Fork, and West Fork is over here. This is where the cabins are. This is where all the boulders were. I'm gonna probably stop and get some pictures. This bridge right here. This thing, the pictures I saw, man, this was all boulders. This is completely covered in boulders. You can see where they pushed it up out of the way. I'm not a deer hunter. Knuckleheads. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to get down to their cabins. I'll let you see why. See all that? That was a rough, kind of a rough, narrow road. Remember the fire went down there? Well, you know what? A Jeep could make that. That don't look that bad right there. You know what? A Jeep could... Let me back. I want to see if there's tracks there. Nah, well, I see something going down there. That looks like the front loader track, so I don't see... If you had a rock crawler Jeep or a high clearance Jeep, yeah, see, this was all open right here on the left. This was all like an open creek. Same on the right. Wow, it really carved. This is Camp de Benneville, I believe, on the left. Yeah, Camp de Benneville. There's a creek there. Look, they had some debris come down. Here's the entrance to their... And then Barton Road's up here. I looked at a place, it was a cabin. Can't remember if it was a forestry cabin down here on the right. Oh, they finally fixed this stretch. This always got broken. They got rid of that big tire. Remember the big black tire? I would always bitch about when I went by here. I kept calling county, and Susan James kept calling county and everybody trying to get him to move it. Somebody left it up here. Yeah, that's Barton Road. Barton Flats Road. And further down, that looked like it was had quite a bit of rock. One of the front loaders, somebody, she said it was like 15 years ago, left that giant tire there. I thought about cutting it up piece by piece, but that would have taken forever. I wonder who grabbed. Anybody knows who grabbed that tire? Thank you. There's some debris. There's usually, even over the regular rain, you'll get some gravel along here, some boulders. When we get down to the bottom, I'll start another video. But this will give you Jenks Road. I'm going to go up to the closure on 38. It'll be this side of 4C Creek. See how close I can get. And then I'll come back down 38. And I may stop and see Bob. And then I'll drop at Barton Flats. And then I'll drop down to Glass Road. Go to Seven Oaks. But Jenks is in really good shape. Like I said, the storm seemed like it hung up over on this side. That hurricane, or what was a tropical storm, Hillary, wiped out South Fork. That storm hung up over Barton Flats. It was 14 inches of rain. From what Barton Flats weather station isn't reporting up here, but Yucaipa Ridge had like 2.7 inches, which doesn't seem like a lot, but if it all comes down at once, that tropical storm Hillary, that dumped for like hours. It was like an hour and a half dump. Walter stayed in there that night. That crazy guy, he stayed at the campground. I met him coming out the next day. I said, "What are you doing in there?" Because the bridge was collapsed almost. And he said, "I spent the night." I was like, "What?" I said, "Get a little hairy?" He goes, "Yeah, it got a little windy, a little breezy." I was like, "Yeah, imagine so." He was freaking out on all the... That must be the closure right there. I'm going to shut it off here.